Today, we're doing a deep dive on something that's utterly foundational in Pro AV, but maybe not the most exciting sounding component.
You can say that again. We're talking about a power supply.
Exactly. Specifically, the Aurora Multimedia PS0080-1-US. But we're not just here to read the specs. We want to figure out why this tiny little box actually matters so much.
And you see it right away. It's a 24-volt DC 15.6-watt supply. It's priced at $40, which is interesting in itself.
It is, but the first thing that really jumps out is how they position it on cost. They make a point of saying right up front that it's tariff-free. And, for a single unit, who cares? But if you're outfitting an entire building, that's a huge deal. It's a budget-friendly solution built to scale.
Exactly. And that strategic cost thing doesn't mean they're compromising on the power. You're still getting that very precise 15.6 watts.
Okay, so break that down.
Well, it's an output voltage of 24 V DC at a current of 0.65 amps. That's a clean, stable output, and you absolutely need that to stop things like video jitter or network dropouts.
Okay, so putting the cost stuff aside for a second, what about the actual engineering here? The design choices?
I think the design shows its professional pedigree with the input range. It handles 100 to 240 volts AC, 50 or 60 hertz.
So genuinely global.
Right. That's not an afterthought. It's a core feature that tells you it's designed for international projects.
And the precision doesn't stop there, does it? The physical dimensions are incredibly specific.
They really are. They list the exact size 74 by 46.6 by 28.7 millimeters. And they even specify the DC connector plug.
Yeah, 5.5 by 1.35 by 9 millimeters. It feels like trivia, but I'd argue it's critical.
Why you say that?
Because it speaks to integration tolerance. An installer sees those numbers and knows for a fact that this component will fit perfectly in a densely packed rack. No surprises.
It's risk mitigation built right into the spec sheet. But beyond the physical stuff, I think the most important piece of data here is about compliance.
You're talking about the TAA part.
Yep. It's advertised as TAA compliant. And for anyone who doesn't know, that means it meets the Trade Agreements Act standards.
Which makes it suitable for U.S. federal government purchasing. That's a huge strategic insight.
It's massive. TAA isn't just a checkbox. It's a barrier to entry for really lucrative government contracts.
And it tells those clients that the supply chain is secure, which is often more important to them than just the bottom line cost.
Right. And to back that up, the support package is pretty comprehensive. Lifetime tech support, free shipping in the U.S., a factory warranty, it all lines up.
It matches the kind of demands you'd expect for a mission-critical component.
Yeah.
So we get why this box is engineered this way. But what is it actually powering?
Well, it slots right into Aurora's more advanced systems. Things like their VPX series, the DXP62 presentation switcher.
And even their newer high-fidelity gear. I'm thinking of that beamforming Dante mic and touch panel they were showing off.
All of that. This is the compliant, reliable engine that drives that whole high-end AV infrastructure. It's installed alongside all the other pro gear like 4K HDMI cables and rack mount kits. It's the foundation. So I think the key takeaway for you listening is that even a component that seems simple, like a power supply, is really defined by this complex web of choices.
It's not just about volts and watts.
Not at all. It's about precise electrical engineering, it's about strict compliance like TAA, and it's a very focused cost strategy being tariff-free.
So here's the thought I want to leave you with. Given that this power supply can handle a global input from 100 to 240 volts, and it meets those strict TAA requirements for government use, what specific sensitive government or maybe even global installations do you think the Aurora gear it powers is truly designed for? That's your thought experiment for the week.